A great design is when you can execute a vision without compromising. It's when you can come up with concepts and respect that concept. Pushing the boundaries is very important. To us, it's a way to not to stand still, it's a way to go forward. So for the Hitchcock, what we were trying to achieve was that coffee table edition, something that would really celebrate his career. We really wanted to have something which would be a great enhancement for the whole filmography. The best way to celebrate people's history and history in general was to actually put things behind glass cabinet, like in a museum. And that would sort of protect it, make it like a sort of, object of history. And that was really the inspiration for that concept. People could actually have their own Hitchcock museum at home on the mantelpiece.
I think one of the things that makes this package unusual and will be attractive to the consumer is the way it's displayed. It's standing there like a sculpture. It has a sculptural quality to it.
First you have that layer with the foil blocking and with that sort of perspex which is really reflective, and then you see the whole collection and the lay-flat book that holds the disc inside, and the birds in the background give it a sort of depth to the whole thing. Everyone knows the birds, therefore that was one of the most iconic elements that we could use on the pack.
This actually has been a unique title because there are just so many parts going into one pack. 1, 2, 3, 4, 26, 37. We had to design 38 different pieces, whereas the maximum is normally 3 or something like that. So attention to detail is absolutely vital.
This one was a real challenging project to start with. There was a lot of dedication, a lot of organisation, a lot of late nights, a lot of strong coffee, to make it all happen, but it was worth it in the end. Just like fitting a jigsaw puzzle together, all the elements had to fit to the right size, to the right weight, in order for it to work. The lay-flat book is very classy and very luxurious. We used a nice soft touch lamination for the cover, which had a very good silky smooth finish. So much thought was taken into this.
The inner pages give it a timeless quality. It's a classic sort of collectible look to it. Our client fancied there being lots of space, not too much detail, not lots of memorabilia type of things within the pages. But she and I were both excited about the original documents, which hadn't seen the light of day before apparently.
There's a lot of artwork and a lot of different pieces that we had to kind of bring together. So it was film plan sets, art cards, story cards, costume cards, the booklet, a 2-page leaflet and 3 letters inserted into an envelope.
Howard and I together looked at keeping the interest up by using different substrates for the different things. What would be fun and interesting for someone when they're opening up the pack, to this, like a voyage of discovery, as if they're opening up this sort of time capsule of interesting, original, archive material. A lot of work went into retouching. We wanted to keep the integrity of the original colours. They look like a well-presented, contemporary, if retro-looking postcard.
When you've got all these collective items put together, it really, is a masterpiece in its own way.
I think the final package is just a great example of how we work. Everything has been executed and fitted together to the perfection. Because we've worked on the graphic design, because we've done the project management and the delivery, we were able to actually respect that concept really hard.